ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Club America career mode video. This is episode 4, and I hope you guys are enjoying the series. And if you are, please smash that thumbs up button and comment in the comment section down below. We're gonna start things off here with a little bit of emails. There you guys can see Alejandro Agüero Diaz is not going anywhere for loan. It looks like transfer talks went a little bit south for him and the club that wanted him. So in the meantime, we're gonna be able to retain the young Mexican striker, which is gonna be absolutely amazing. And then we're gonna move and head on here. We get a transfer offer for Pablo Aguilar. Now this is from Crystal Palace, and I was tempted to possibly negotiate with Crystal Palace, but like I said, I don't really want to sell anyone from the core of the team. I want to keep everything intact, and I kind of really just want to make this as realistic as possible. Here you guys also see Darwin Quintero is on the hub, as well as it looks like someone has triggered his release clause. It is Brighton who has triggered it. So here you guys can see that Quintero does have a release clause. He was playing pretty decent for us at the moment, and you know, if they do end up being able to negotiate with Darwin Quintero, we would be getting that sum up right there. So yeah, a bit unlucky. Just kind of comes out of the nowhere. You can't really do anything about it either. So it's kind of like you're stuck in a frenzy. You know, you're just like, okay, well, I guess so. There you guys can see an email that the release clause has been paid for Darwin Quintero. Brighton have agreed to pay the fee. They're going to be talking with Darwin Quintero whether or not he's going to leave the club. You guys have to stay tuned and watch to see. But if it is the case that he does leave, we are going to be needing an extra signing, an extra player. And who could that possibly be? We'll have to wait and find out. And but yeah, first of all, let's just jump into our fourth game of the season. It's gonna be against Atlas, and there you guys saw on the right, Barcelona signed Javi Martinez. So here you guys can see Atlas. There you go, Matias Alustiza warming up, getting ready. It should be a cracking of a game. Now, of course, in the real regular season, America, I think, hosted Atlas, and that didn't go so well. But of course, in the Copa, when America went to Jalisco, they ended up winning. So you know, we're gonna start things off. The referee's gonna blow the whistle, and we're gonna try to get things going and get the match up and running. So the only really substitution I made was for Darwin Quintero. I put him on the reserves. I think kind of just, you know, if he was doing his thing, then he wasn't going to be match ready. But here in the opening minutes of the match, Sebastian Giovinco does an absolutely wonderful solo play to just kind of get around his defenders and goes and punches the flag and says that he is here to stay. There you guys can see La Hincha Americanista up in the stands. There you guys can see Sebastian Giovinco doing wonderful to turn around, nutmegs the defender, puts it into the bottom corner. Nothing the goalkeeper could have done for that. And what an amazing goal by the number 13, by our big name signing. Boy, has he come in clutch. This guy is scoring goal after goal after goal. Absolutely amazing. And we kick things off right away, 1-0 up. So now the important part was to not concede a goal. Why? Because we always tend to concede right away, and it looks like so far, you know, a couple minutes in, 4 minutes in, we've been doing good. We haven't really you know, had much to worry about. But then this happens. A bit of horrible defending on my part, and a little bit of I still don't know what I'm doing in FIFA 18. But there you guys can see Ravel Morrison does score his goal for Atlas. There you guys can see the whole Atlas team pretty happy, pretty ecstatic about it. Horrible defending, like I said, just kind of leave him alone in that open gap, in that open space. And of course, the ex-Manchester United player does put the ball into the back of the net, and it's pretty much simple as that. So now we're tied, now we're level, and now we, of course, you know, we started things off really well, but just things didn't end up going for us. But we're gonna move on here to the last couple of seconds before the whistle goes for halftime. Of course, nothing really happened at this point. It was just a whole bunch of me and Atlas playing through the middle, a couple of imprecise passes, a whole bunch of, you know, things that wouldn't make for great content. But then a great opportunity here. Giovinco almost does the right Barba spin at the right time, but the Atlas player finds it, is able to deflect it, and because of that, we go to the half level 1-1. So it wasn't ideal, wasn't really what we were looking for, but I mean, what can you do at this point but just keep fighting on and hoping that your team can progress. Now, 60th minute of the match, another opportunity for Rabel to go inside, does well to find, I don't know who that was, but he could have put the ball into the back of the net. Unfortunately for Atlas, the ball does go wide, and for us, luckily, we do get an opportunity here. Now, 68th minute of the match, Renato Ibarra has the ball, weaves and turns around until his defender can't mark him no more. Does well, gets a cross, doesn't really get much into that after that, but then Giovinco, first time, hits it, doesn't really give much of a turn, but does end up finding Ustari in the right place at the right time. But then a great opportunity here. Silvio Romero finds Oriol Peralta, who takes a bit of an off touch, but it's a wonderful slide tackle by the Atlas defender. I have to admit, that is wonderful defending. Giovinco then lines himself up, but excuse me, the shot does not go in a really good manner. There you guys can see, 89th minute of the match now. Almost game over. Silvio Romero does well to shrug off his defender, does well to take an amazing shot, but unfortunately for Silvio Romero, it does end up hitting the post. I'm so sorry for those who can hear the ice cream truck in the background. I will try to edit that out. The game does end. It does mean that Atlas and us, we do end up drawing with them. Not ideal. We're dropping points at this point. I think we were the better team. You guys can see Diego Lainez talking to Rabel Morrison, maybe about potentially moving to United. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, unfortunately for us, we don't get what we want. I didn't think we deserved the win. I don't think we were the better side. Atlas, of course, in their home stadium, did very well. Of course, again, excuse me about that damn freaking ice cream truck in the background. I will do my best to hopefully you guys don't hear it. But yeah, we're gonna move on. 1 point gain, or 2 points, 2 points lost. It's to the way that you see it, and for me it was 2 points lost. But here we're gonna go into the transfer hub. Here are a couple of players that we still have an eye out for: Darío Benedetto, Raúl Jiménez, Ponchito González, Gobea, Eric Aguirre, and we added two more players out of your guys' request. I read the comments in the section down below. I saw Joseph Martinez was a great shout. I think he'd be an amazing player. And one that came out a lot was Cesar Montes and Jurgen Damm. So these two were highly requested by you guys. I am possibly thinking of signing Montes. I know I did it in the last career mode, and who knows, having them in this career mode would be absolutely amazing too. So if push comes to shove, we'll get Cesar Montes. So I'm also going to be doing a little bit of the scouting. We're going to be trying to increment players to come through the youth rank system and bring them into the first team. So we're going to have a couple of players come from the youth academy, and then from there on, hopefully try to build a future star. And talking about future stars, I thought I'd possibly bring a scout, a future star. So for those of you who don't know what that is, basically in the catalog, you buy that, and then you're entitled to a world-class player. Well, not technically world-class, but a star level player that will progress and grow into an amazing player. So we're gonna have one of those players come in. It'd be interesting to see what position he plays in, and we'll have to wait and see. So now that we go into the transfer hub, because Gil Buron and Ricardo Marin have an offer for a loan and a transfer, you guys can also see that Bruno Valdez has also been approached by Burnley. So Burnley actually triggered the release clause of Bruno Valdez. So a player that I was really hoping to have on the team and grow and progress and really build a team around after Pablo Aguilar leaves, it looks like he's not going to be with us for much longer if the terms and the negotiation contracts go the way they want to go. So we're going to move forward here. Hopefully nothing crazy happens, but we do get confirmation that Darwin Quintero has been sold. So it's official. Now, Ricardo Marino also looks like he rejected the loan to the move to go out on loan. This looks like he wasn't able to talk contracts with that other team. But yeah, Darwin Quintero now has gone. He was sold. We got a bit of money from him, and he's gonna go off to the Premier League. Best of luck for him there. And now we're down a player, and it's not the worst case scenario, because we do have a bit of a depth in that position. We have the likes of Renato Ibarra, we have Diego Lainez, we have Manu Perez. Those players, they can do a pretty good job. Of course, I'd want someone a little bit more, a little bit better in stats and everything. But in the meantime, I'm not too worried as well. But we do get a confirmation email that Bruno Valdez has been sold. So 2 of our players have been gobbled up by the Premier League, and now we are left with 2 big holes in our squad. Now, I knew that the Darwin Quintero one was a little bit easier to fix. We have a couple of players, but the one of Bruno Valdez does put me in a little bit of a tough position. Now, of course, I could easily just drop Edson Alvarez down and make a partnership with him and Pablo, but it seemed that we needed more depth in that section. So we're going to go straight for Cesar Montes, something that I thought I was going to leave for the next video. I actually had to go and do so right away. So we're not going to really play much games here, and we're going to try to get a pretty decent offer for him. So we're going to go to Monterrey. We're going to tell him, hey, look, this is how much we want to give you. We want to give you 7. And they said, no, they want 10.1 million. So alrighty, that seems pretty decent. The guy's really good, has great potential. So I said, let's meet a little bit halfways, and they said, okay, we got yourselves a deal. So we potentially can get Cesar Montes on a pretty cheap deal, I'd imagine. Less than 10 million for Cesar Monte, I think, is an absolutely bargain. So we're gonna move on to talk to him and his manager. Agent. And we're going to be talking negotiation. We talked, he wanted 2 years. I wanted him to be for 4. Fair enough. He wants to move to Europe a little bit sooner. So, 3 years is a fair compromise. He doesn't want a release clause, which is absolutely amazing, which means we have that security that no other team is going to try to come in and buy him for that set price. And whenever a team does come in, we're going to try to negotiate and hopefully get a big sum for Cesar Montes when and if he ends up leaving to Europe. So here you guys can see we're trying to negotiate his contract. I didn't want to pay him a lot of wages. There you guys can see our budget's kind of at 0 for the wages, and I didn't really want so much of that money to go transfer into the transfer budget itself. But I mean, these agents, they are what's the word? They're tough to work with. I mean, they'll demand and then but it's their job, I guess. They're only doing what's right by their customer, which is the player. And so we're just going to try to keep going, and we're going to try to keep negotiating here. He wants now 37, so I'm willing to go to 34. And let's see. They actually say that him and the client are going to have to they're going to have to talk in private. And so they'll come with me with some news afterwards. So now we have potentially almost messed up the deal. So now I'm kind of running a little bit of a frenzy, but I say, you know what? Let's kind of move on. Let's try to play another game. We do have Tigres just a couple days later, so I'm going to do a bit of a squad rotation here. Not really heavy, but give a couple of these players a little bit of a rest. Here you guys can see Edson Alvarez is going to move down with Vargas. Samudio is going to play his first game of the season. We're going to bring in William Da Silva. We're going to bring in also Silvio Romero, believe it or not, is going to start this game. Diego Lainez as well, going to be playing on that left-hand side. And, this is the team I was going to go with. Lobos WAP, in no means an easy team, especially at home. But I knew that we had the squad, the talent that was there for us to get all 3 points. And, First, I want to apologize because I know it's a little tough on the eyes. This scenery. When I started playing it, it was a bit difficult. I didn't know who was who because it looks like both uniforms kind of match. Once you get into the shade right there, you guys can distinguish properly what team is what. But in that sun daylight, it didn't help out so much, and we almost started things off pretty badly. Marchesín, I don't know what he was doing, who he was trying to chase, but ended up being not so good right there. But moving on into the 26th minute of the match, nothing's really gone, but then Lobos WAP get kind of a half chance. They kind of skyrocketed too. So 35th minute of the match, game's almost over in the first half. Silvio Romero is going to pick up the ball, does a great shot with his weak foot, and the ball does end up hitting the crossbar. And Silvio Romero doing pretty decent for someone that we want to get rid of. And so far he's showcased that he has somewhat an ability to stay in the squad, and who knows, maybe we'll keep him. That one has been sold. We do need a little bit more of a depth in the squad, and he'd be a good addition. And then a great opportunity for Escoto to make it 1-0 in the second half. Doesn't really do so after scoring that tremendous goal against Guadalajara. You would imagine that would be a sitter, but he does skyrocket. He does put it, wide, and then we do get an opportunity here. 80th minute of the match. Renato Ibarra is going to open the score for us. Wonderful threaded ball by Oribe Peralta to find the Ecuadorian. Look at this, absolutely amazing open space. Renato finds himself on a great run. Does what he'd expect him. Shoot it nice, hard and low. Goalkeeper can't get to it. Renato Ibarra scores his first goal of the Liga MX, and we're flying high now. So now it was important to keep this lead kind of going. It was by no means what we'd hope for. We'd hope for a little bit more of an advantage, but of course, I'm going to shift the defense to a little bit ultra defense. Not really trusting, that we can do it without it, but we're going to keep moving here. We're going to push him a little bit forward. Paulo Aguilar is going to give it off to Matias Uribe, who's going to play it off to then William da Silva, who scores an absolutely amazing goal with his left foot. What a great play. I think that really showcased how good we were on the ball. After things weren't really rolling for us in the first half, it was really hard to break Lobos down. I think in the midfield, they kind of had me a little bit on check. And defensively speaking, they were really tight, and they took me almost 70 minutes to break them down. So my hats off goes to them. They played their game. They had an opportunity to go 1-up, and they didn't take it, but we're gonna try to take ours here. Last couple of minutes, last couple of seconds, Cecilio Dominguez is gonna find the back of the net after a great ricochet shot, and it's put into the back. The Paraguayan, our number 10, finds himself on the score sheet yet again after that amazing goal he scored against Pumas. Thus, the Paraguayan finds the ball, takes a great shot, deflection like I mentioned, and the ball puts himself into the ball. Look at this, look at this. A great shot. Ball kind of glitches right there, but there you guys can see a little deflection, actually a big deflection, that finds himself in the back of the net. And look at us celebrating like there's no tomorrow. There you guys can see America does get the lead 3-0, and the referee practically blows the whistle here. The game ends at a 3-0 victory for us. Not is 3 points gained. Lobos WAP, very good team in this FIFA. Very good team. They have very great players. So, it wasn't an easy game. It was pretty tough, but we were persistent and we were able to do so. So the agent for Cesar Montes comes back saying that they're willing to accept everything. If I'm willing to accept those wages, and I didn't want to mess around with this any longer. Let's bring in Cesar Montes, and there you guys can see his kit has changed. He is now wearing number 18, like Bruno Valdez. He does come into the squad right away, and there you guys can see another transfer offer for Pablo Aguilar now from Southampton. Looks like every Premier League team wants to gobble up our players, but we're gonna say no again. This is a player that could potentially be the rock for about a year and a half for us, and he'd be very crucial. So we're gonna try to keep hold of everyone as much as we can. So now we're gonna move into the last game of the video, and we're gonna move things around a little bit. Here you guys can see what the formation is gonna be looking like. Giovinco, of course, now up top. Cecilio Dominguez out on the left. and Cesar Montes actually making his debut. So pretty big for Cesar right there to be able to come in and start off right away. Of course, there was a hole to fill, and he's able to fill it. So there you guys can see right there. Coming up next, the great game. There you guys can see the Azteca looking absolutely beautiful. Gignac right there. Obviously going to be the headlines, but who will prevail? Will it be the Italian or the Frenchman? We'll have to wait to find out. There you guys can see Sebastian Giovinco absolutely on fire. Can he continue his good run of form? Of course, didn't score against Lobos Buap. He only came in for a couple minutes of the second half, and then we're going to see whether or not he can make a pretty big impact here. 6th minute of the match, Renato Ibarra with the opportunity to go on and try to score or put a nice little cross inside, does so, but the defense does well to get the ball out. But Edson Alvarez is going to try to find Giovinco, unable to do so. Edson gets the ball down to Cecilio to Gutierrez, and the ball sky highs over the goal. And so far in the 9th minute of the match, it looks like we were starting things very, very well. 12th minute of the match, though, 3 minutes later, it's Tigres with the opportunity. Ener Valencia, the Ecuadorian, does well to find a good a shot away. It wasn't Ener Valencia. I didn't get to see who it was, but really, really good shot. And Marchesin does well to parry it away. And then a wonderful header by Tigres that almost finds the back of the net, beating Marchesin. But the guy in the first post was able to just kind of rise above everything and head that ball out. But the play does not stop there. We're going to keep going right here. Sebastian Giovinco is going to pick up the ball. Can he get around his defender? Yes, he can. Can he run the second one? No, he cannot. Ayala does well to get the ball out. And an opportunity that looks practically gone for us, and Tigres now have the opportunity to go on the counter attack. They do so. They do it very well, but the pass is a little bit too far, and an opportunity now for us to break again. Paul Aguilar running at the defense. Paul is doing well. Uribe Peralta does well to find Cecilio Dominguez, who can put the ball into the back of the net. Doesn't do so. Guzman, Peralta rises above everyone else, and Sebastian Giovinco doesn't even think about it, just volleys it in down low. Guzman, of course, way off his line, and Sebastian Giovinco, yes, the Italian man is doing it once again for us. Sebastian Giovinco, take a bow, because that has been absolutely amazing. You guys can see right there, Cecilio Dominguez does well. Uribe Peralta, amazing. If he doesn't win that, there is no goal. So Uribe Peralta getting himself on the assist sheet to Sebastian Giovinco. The man cannot stop scoring for fun. So there you guys can see. We're moving on here now. 27th minute of the match. Renato Ibarra plays it off to Eric Gutierrez, who then finds Renato again, who then easily and fortunately finds Uribe Peralta, who does this. Puts it into the upper corner. Cepillo Peralta, our captain. Oh, captain, my captain, puts the ball into the upper corner. What a great shot here. You guys can see right here the deflection that nutmegs the Tigres defender. Uribe Peralta doesn't even think about it. Just rocket shots it into the back of the net. Nothing Nahuel Guzman could have done. And Uribe Peralta makes this 3 goals for him in the season. 2 goals in the game. And we were flying high in the first half. 32nd minute of the match, another opportunity for us to get under the goal. Paulo Aguilar is going to be able to get the ball inside. Can he get anything going? Does well to shield the ball. Finds who? No one. The ball is then taken. A great shot, but unable to connect. Eric Gutierrez, but with a great save, Nahuel Guzman does go out for a corner kick. 45th minute of the match, Renato Ibarra loses the ball right there. Here you guys can see it's going to be a breakaway for Tigres, and it's a great pass to Ener Valencia, who then slots the ball home, and it's 2-1. Tigres does get their goal. Here you guys can see the celebration. Ener Valencia, though, what a lethal striker he's proven to be. And look at this great pass. I'm not sure who did it for Tigres, but absolutely great finish for Ener Valencia. There you guys can see Uribe Peralta actually was a little bit knocked up from that play. So not ideal for us, especially if he's out for a long time. But it looks like he can still continue. So the half is yet still to end. Can we get anything back? Cecilio Dominguez finds who? Renato, and it's Nahuel Guzman who does very well to parry that ball. There you guys can see Uribe Peralta sliding, but it is a great ovation, great way to evade the challenge by Brian. And there you guys can see halftime. We do lead, but by a narrow margin of 1 goal. 52nd minute of the match now. Tigres with an opportunity to get another goal. Can they level this up before we can put the game to bed? An opportunity for Enner. And oh, Enner Valencia almost finding the back of the net. Almost. The shot goes wide. And you guys can see Ismael Sosa is coming in for Jurgen Damm. Renato Ibarra is coming out for Diego Lainez to come in. Reyes is then going to play the ball in the 57th minute match to Cecilio. We're then going to give it out to Giovinco. Peralta with the back heel. Giovinco is going to slot the ball into the back of the net. And that, my friends, is beautiful football. What an absolutely great way to work the ball, work the space, make the runs down the channel. Absolutely amazing. The ball finds itself into the back of the net, and it is that man again, Sebastian Giovinco. Here you guys can see right here the lovely heel pass from Uribe Peralta. It's the second time these two connect for a goal in the match, and 7 goals for Sebastian Giovinco. What more could we ask for the Italian? Amazing, amazing what his abilities have been able to do for us so far. 62nd minute now, pretty much trying to get this game on cruise control. An opportunity for Cecilio Dominguez to make it 4-1, but Cecilio so close to scoring it again, but the ball does go wide. Now Guzman easily can take that ball to go out. 64th minute of the match, an opportunity for us to break away after a great steal by Uribe. Uribe is going to run the channel, going to go push forward. Cecilio Dominguez is going to find Giovinco. Giovinco weaves his way through an amazing shot that finds the back of the net. Yet again, Sebastian Giovinco, this man is killing it. This man is absolutely on fire. Who can stop him? I don't know, because this guy is amazing. If you have not done so, sign him up for your career mode. Ladies and gentlemen, he does not disappoint. He fits everywhere. He is pocket size, and I promise you, he is more than efficient. So there you guys can see 70th minute of the match, an opportunity now for Tigres to get their goal right away after we scored, and they do. It's an absolutely great goal from Sosa. He's going to take a little bow and say thank you, and you know, it was a pretty good goal by Ismael Sosa. First goal only for this apertura. But you know, we weren't too worried about it. It's 4-2 with about 20 or so minutes to go, and we're gonna move on here to the 78th minute of the match. An opportunity for Enner Valencia to make it 4-3, and an opportunity missed. Hits the crossbar. We do get lucky. Things would have been a lot different if Tigres would have scored that goal. Things would have been a lot tighter. But doesn't mean that they're done with this. Gignac with an opportunity for Valencia to put it in, but doesn't do so much. Just does well to get down low and under. Dominguez then finds who? He does find Diaz. Diaz then plays it out to Diego Lainez. Lainez is going to push forward. Can he find someone? Yes, Giovinco. Then he finds Cecilio Dominguez. Cecilio then goes through, takes a shot, and Nahuel Guzman, what is he doing? He puts the ball, doesn't really put a strong hand to it, but there you guys can see Cecilio Dominguez gets his goal after all, and that does mean that is his second consecutive game scoring now for us. And there you guys can see right there, the Paraguayo number 10 has absolutely a great amount of potential, and he's seeming to finally get the rhythm down, and everything seems to be going according to plan. So 90th minute of the match, a last opportunity for Tigres to get something. 5-3. Could they do it? Nope. It looks like we do get to be able to clear the ball, but not so much. Here you guys can see an opportunity for Tigres to get anything going. A shot that ends up skyrocketing over the crossbar. An opportunity gone to miss. There you guys can see Marchesin's going to again take the ball out. Gets not so far out there, and Valencia's going to try to get something, but very, very good cover by Reyes. Cecilio picks up the ball, but no need to worry. The game does end. 5-2. Great display from the team, from the boys, and what more could you say but to be proud of them. And you know, things are going good. Things are going great. The team's progressing. The team's actually going in that right direction. So that's pretty much it for the gameplay in this video. Now, I wanted to show you guys exactly why. Actually, first I'm going to show you guys that Uribe Peralta was only going to be out for 5 days. So he might yeah, he's gonna definitely miss the Morelia game, but he should be back for the next game, so it's not gonna be too much of a blow. But we are probably gonna miss him for that game. It's never an easy game, Morelia, so we'll have to wait to see how we can cope with all of that. But I want to show you guys quickly the calendar, what's gonna look like. The next episode is gonna be crucial. I need you guys in the comment section down below to just flutter it with suggestions on players to sign. Now, in about a day from this video going up, I'm gonna leave a Twitter poll with a couple of names, and deciding whether and make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, the link will be in the description down below, and deciding from this list and a couple more players that you guys want, I'm gonna compile a poll. You guys will decide, and again, just like we did with Giovinco, whoever wins will be the player that I sign, and that will be the last player we sign for the career mode. So let me know in the comment section down below, who do you guys want to see come and play? Who do you guys want to see in the career mode? So I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Until next time, take care.